Hi, I'm Daniel Mello, CEO of ADDHERE, a startup aimed to identify the predisposition to attention deficit disorder and hyperactivity, among other related deficits. In general, ADHD appears in childhood and it can persist during adult life. However, the biggest impact are concerned to the learning process. Therefore, ADDHERE is a specialist in this matter. We have got a high-level multidisciplinary team and we can assist several schools to change their surroundings by detecting and decreasing the symptoms of the deficit. With technology usage, we work in order to complement the pedagogical core in schools or health services.
I'm Dr. Abraham Oreda, Professor of Health Innovation and Master degree in Health Education. According to studies in different countries, the attention deficit disorder affects 5% of children around the world. And unfortunately, 80% of them have no access to the process and diagnosis. There is a strong relationship between a non-treated attention deficit disorder and learning difficulties, as well as employability problems, use of drugs, and marginality. Therefore, the problem cannot be ignored. It's necessary to face the condition and identify the predisposition so that non-drug measures can be adopted to reduce the impact. And when there is evidence, confirm the diagnosis. Some cases will require specialized monitoring, and despite not being the focus of ADDHERE, some children could have benefits with the medication. In this partnership with schools, in addition to mapping the symptoms, we will provide guidance to parents and educators according to the identified characteristics. This early detection is critical for good prognostic results.
I'm Deborah Miranda. I'm a pediatrician and a neurodevelopmental researcher. I have been working with ADHD in the last 15 years. I'm part of a group which had already produced more than 100 scientific manuscripts and papers about ADHD and its related deficits and disorders. We followed now a group with more than 1,500 kids and their parents, all them diagnosed with ADHD, defined by the most conventional specialized processes. This study feeds now all the artificial intelligence models that support the ADDHERE model and ADDHERE algorithms to improve diagnosis for ADHD and to improve the care for kids and for families.
Hi, I am Priscilla Spacegate, lawyer, responsible for assuring that the school is protected at all stages of assessment in respect of the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR. Before any data collected concerning the child, the parents or legal responsible sign a term of agreement with the school and also an individual consent form. It is very important that the safety and privacy of children and others involved in the assessment steps are ensured. We from ADDHERE worry about it.
My name is Guilherme Reis, software engineer, professor, blockchain specialist, and developer. Did you know that in attention disorder deficit diagnosis process, ADDHERE used blockchain technology? Have you ever heard of blockchain? It's a structuring technology that is the basis of the cryptocurrencies, like Bitcoin, for example. In the current state of the art, it's a security and tamper-proof architecture. Internally, we use smart contracts, sensitive logs, and anonymization process using this technology.
The use of this app was made very simple in order to facilitate its use by parents and teachers. Educators will have to answer just 20 objective questions to be able to arrive at an initial evaluation. All they are asked to do is to log in, find the students that will be assessed and fill in the questions. That will be enough. To avoid exposing the child, only their initials and a small photo will be displayed. The colored circles showing the results represent predispositions. In this example, there are strong indications that the child will show hyperactivity, oppositional defiant disorder, and a bit of inattention. Very cool, isn't it?
Hello, I'm Broman, Head and Professor of the Mental Health Department at UFMG Medical School and Coordinator of the Molecular Medicine Technology Center. I am also involved in a new initiative, the creation of the Center for Innovation, Artificial Intelligence and Health. ADHD is a prevalent disorder which brings a lot of deaths to children. The sooner we approach the disorder, the smaller deaths this child will have, especially with help of a multidisciplinary team to guide learning with or without a pharmacological treatment. It's very important for families to have proper orientation in order to understand what is ADHD and how the disorder will be approached and why children have these deaths. They are children who have a greater difficulty in staying focused and attentive. It's also important to talk a little bit about the artificial intelligence method. Machine learning is a branch of artificial intelligence that focuses on developing algorithms that automatically improve and evolve based on collected data. The tool uses data collected by the app to continue adapting to user content, being responsive to the specific standards of each user.
I am Alessia Almonte, Master in Education. In addition to being a teacher, I am a lecturer. Lately, I have traveled the country with a cycle of lectures on the education of the future. My goal is to make them aware of the importance of continually improving structural measures that can maintain the quality of the classroom environment. I am completely passionate about teaching, but it's not always an easy task. Dealing with students who have specific conditions without having the proper tools for that can be very exhausting, in addition to the great frustration of realizing the difficulty in learning. In the case of attention deficit disorder, because it is a health issue, it is not right to expect the teachers to handle this by themselves. Furthermore, much more than teaching, the focus of the school is that students learn. For this, efficiency in the pedagogical structure is not enough. It is necessary to remove individual barriers to absorption of the teaching. The partnership with ADDHERE can completely transform this teaching and learning experience with a relatively simple measure, properly organized and very affordable. We at ADDHERE count on you in order to make access to the diagnosis process and mitigation measures reach families and classrooms. On behalf of ADDHERE, thank you for your attention. Please fill in the form to start this promising partnership.